Hey, it's Cuz. Back again. So today we'll be doing the upper register of the C scale in open position. So let's get started with a simple scale exercise. So today I won't be talking as much. We're just going to stick with working through the book, the music in the book today. But if you want to know what this is all about, check out my last video. I've linked it in the description for you. So moving right along, next we have an exercise introducing the C, F, and G7 chords in this upper register. So you can tell I'm definitely struggling a bit to hit the bridged F cleanly. It's pretty hit or miss. I can play this on higher frets. I just can't quite reach on the first fret yet. That's something that I hope to just kind of clean up over time. I'm also, you'll notice, struggling a bit with the third inversion G7 chord when it's voiced as a FGB or FGD. Especially when it's voiced without that third. This one is just not at all in my muscle memory. So like when I'm playing it, I'm having to think about what shape my hand should be in and where my fingers should be. And so I'm spending too much time thinking and not hitting it. Again, that's something that'll work out. That should work out over time as I play it more and more. Just getting used to playing that chord. So now those two exercises were just the upper register. Next we have an exercise that actually reviews the full range of what we've learned. So that's 1 octave C scale from yesterday and this upper register from today. And it plays lines and chords together and covers all of the material. So let's hear that. So the final exercise before our duet is purely a chording exercise. It's playing inversions of the C, F, and G7 chords by strumming specific strings. Like I said yesterday, I'm kind of struggling with the right hand accuracy to do this, but I think this still turned out pretty well, so I'm getting better at it. The one thing you will notice on this versus the others is that this is significantly slower, about 20 clicks slower. And that's purely a goof on my part. I didn't notice till I was editing all of this together that I forgot to bump the metronome from the default of 100 beats per minute to 120 that I use for everything else. So I decided to just let this mistake ride and not re-record this chunk. But so here we go with a chording exercise. So next is our duet, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the name of the duet. This will not actually be the last thing. We have a chord strumming exercise after this, although normally we will end with a duet. This turned out pretty well. I do hear me flub a few notes, but these were the best takes, and they turned out pretty well. Now, I really am enjoying these duets, way more than I thought I would. I'm really enjoying hearing the parts together. And it's like when you practice the parts individually, it's hard to imagine what exactly they're going to sound like together. You can get a decent idea. But there are lots of little details that pop out when you actually play them together, like a little suspension here or a dissonance there, and it's really kind of little Easter eggs you hear when you play them together. The other thing I'm really liking about playing the duets is that I'm playing more confidently when I have the other instrument to balance against. Like the first part is usually the chording part, and the second part is the melody. So when I'm playing along with those chords, I'm playing more confidently to play over the chords and make that melody stick out. So that's very helpful. So I also with this played around a bit with mixing a little bit. So last time I just added some gain and just to get the baseline levels right. This time I actually did that same thing, but then I balanced the parts as best I could. I added a little EQ to take out some of the low end noise on the guitars. And then I even ran the whole thing through just a little bit of compression, just to give it a little extra pop. I didn't do much else with it. I'm still learning the various parts, but I wanted to try to do at least something with it. So let's see how it sounds. Now, I did mention takes. I am cheating just a little bit here in doing these. For all these exercises and the duets, I'm doing multiple takes and I'm using the best takes. I'm not treating this like a lesson where you have to go in and nail it the first time. But on the other hand, I'm not like really cheating and editing together multiple takes to get a really, really good performance or anything like that. I'm using whole takes. So I think that's a nice compromise. Like I said, after our duet, we'll have one more chording exercise. But without further ado, here is our duet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So ending our playing work today is a strumming exercise. So while this is still the same C, F, and G7 chords as before, I found it significantly easier to hit them when they were also when I didn't have to also think about the narrower issue of hitting just these three strings for those little 3-note voicings and everything else like that. So you'll hear in there, the music has what I as a wind player would call breath marks every 2 beats. I'm definitely way overdoing this. I'm playing like the second note staccato every time. I'm overdoing it because I have to palm mute with my right hand. And I just am not able to be very subtle with that at the moment. Later in the book, there's many more strumming exercises, and you have to do a lot more muting. So I'm assuming I'll just get better at that with more practice in the future. But like I said, that's all the music today. That's 4 more pages into the book. And we'll be doing 3 a day for the next few days, just because that's where it lines up in the book with the duets. So I do want to talk about this. Yesterday I created a video, even though I wasn't able to actually upload it till this morning. And I've created a video today. The one yesterday took me about 8 hours to do. This one has taken me about half that time, maybe a little less. Which is definitely an improvement. I now feel much more comfortable with these tools, these video editing, audio editing tools, and I know at least a couple critical shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. But I also have a day job, and the work week is coming up, and I don't want to burn out doing this. I don't want to stress out trying to, ship a video every day. So I'm going to set a goal for this week of shipping 2 videos, to record and release 2 videos. Probably I'm looking at Tuesday and Thursday, this week. And then I'll be doing 2 more, the coming weekend. So that'll still keep me ahead of pace of doing a page a day. But it will be less stressful to actually, have to deliver these on that schedule. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'm still working on getting 100 subscribers so I can get that custom channel URL. So if you like this video, go down there and hit that little subscribe button. It'll greatly help me out. And I guess that's all, folks. Thanks, and see you soon.